Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks. I don't know if you can see me. Hopefully, that's a little bit better. So, Money Talks, this is where we talk about information to help you increase your income, increase your credit score. If you're ready to begin investing, you're trying to learn about that, this is where you can get that information. Today, I want to give you a little bit more insight and hopefully a little bit more specifics around the Navient settlement. $1.8 billion canceled in student loan forgiveness. That's going to affect nearly 66,000 private student loan borrowers, and then another 350,000 federal student loan borrowers will get a restitution payment of about $260. Now, stick with me towards the end of this video because you want to know what you need to do. If you're eligible for a payment, how you can tell, what steps you need to take. So, the thing about this situation is you really have to understand the landscape of we're already in a situation in the economy where most people are holding the government accountable for what's going on in the student loan. And so much conversation around, is Biden going to forgive a certain amount of student loan forgiveness automatically? And should student loan forgiveness be effective? And what measures need to be taken for student loan forgiveness? In addition to, over the past 2 years, student loans have been paused, payments and interest, due to this state of emergency of our economy with our situation with the pandemic, things of that nature. So, with this coming abreast, this also is a long time lawsuit that has been going on for some duration. Now, this Navient situation occurred to borrowers before Navient broke off into Sallie Mae, before they separated. So keep that in mind. I also want you to think about, as I roll through some of the criteria of how and where this came about, who are the students, who was potentially affected, how to know if you were affected, that type of thing. Again, hopefully this will be a little bit better. And this was printed in a Forbes article as well. So it's only going to be for private student loans issued by Navient or its predecessor, Sallie Mae. Qualifying borrowers must have attended certain for-profit educational institutions like Corinthian schools, DeVry, ITT Technical Institutes, the Art Institute, and there are others. The time frame for this is between 2002 and 2014. Now, how did this come about? What spearheaded this was there were people who were really eligible for income-based repayment programs and other programs that could really serve them better, but these lenders steered the borrowers into a forbearance or steered the borrower into a high interest, more predatory loan. So that is kind of how this came about. The student loans must have been delinquent, behind on payments, for at least 7 monthly billing cycles prior to June 30th, 2021. And for most of these loans, they still have to be collectible under applicable laws. Now, understand this is going to span off a lot of different states. And I'm going to put the link down to the article I'm using just so that you can see if your state was listed, that type of stuff. So they still have to be collectible, meaning they can't be charged off or anything like that. Still on your credit, still showing as active and as a debt owed by the credit bureaus as of June 30th, 2021. And they must live in, like I said, the states. You have to live in the states that are covered in this payment. No federal student loans are actually being forgiven for them. So the 350,000 borrowers will be eligible for around $95 million of restitution, which comes out to about $260 to $270 per borrower payment. So you will get a payment, a check in the mail, and if you've ever received, been a part of a lawsuit, there'll be a settlement um, agency, settlement provider that will reach out to you. They usually send those cards in the mail. You usually have to go through, click a few buttons, and then they'll get that check out to you. That's how that money is going to be distributed. Borrowers must have entered repayment on a direct or program, federal student loan program before January 15th. And borrowers must have had at least one federal student loan that was eligible for income-based repayment, income-driven repayment between October 2009 and January 2017. But they were instead, meaning you had to be eligible for income-based repayment, but instead of them offering you income-based repayment program, they instead were steered into a forbearance as a result of the phone call with the Navient customer service agent. And you must not have been on the income-driven repayment plan prior to that forbearance. It's a lot of criteria. Obviously, this is the law. But I think it would be helpful for you to know. And honestly, like I said, I'm going to link this article down in the description because I thought it was very, very lengthy in detail. So how do you get your payment, or what should you do? The good news is Navient or the settlement agent that is paying out these disbursements will reach out to you. What is encouraged by you, if you have a Navient student loan, is just log into your portal and make sure your address and your particular contact information is updated. Everything else, they will reach out to you to do. The other thing is that I thought was interesting is that the time of action that this will start to take place. And I had some notes here. I just want to quickly get that. I did have some notes on it. That it was fairly quick. So just for clarification, it's 39. It covers over 39 states, or this lawsuit is over 39 different states. So again, I'm gonna leave the articles in the description. Check that out. And then a lot of these payments and a lot of this action will start to become. They will start working on it and start rolling it out around May of 2022 and after June 2022. So that's kind of the details of what happened with the money, who qualifies, and I hope this kind of helps you and clarifies what's going on. Yes, I would say it's more of a settlement than forgiveness. I do think there will be some people who forgive it, and that's great. But it sounds like from the information here, it's about 66,000 people that really will have their loans dismissed, which is a good portion. But that fight with the student loan piece, whether you're making payments, whether it was the right thing to do, whether it was whether they will be forgiven, whether you're on income-based repayment, the legislation around that still continues on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. If you haven't already, please subscribe if you enjoyed this content. If you like that, let me know your thoughts in the comments about this. Let me know if you were affected. That'd be pretty cool if you have a personal story about that. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.